Back in 1974, while he was serving in the Royal Navy, King Charles III met Barbra Streisand at a recording studio in San Diego. From their initial meeting, the then prince and singer forged a close relationship and, according to the royal's biographer, the pair met up secretly at a Los Angeles hotel. Christopher Anderson, author of the upcoming biography The King, The Life of Charles III, was a guest on last week's episode of the Today for Daily podcast with host Kinsey Schofield. During the episode, referencing the biography, Ms. Schofield said, "I have read that there was flirtation, there was sincere interest and at a specific party, that you discuss in your book, he invites Barbra Streisand over and leaves not only the trophy wife at home, but also the mistress. So there's no Camilla, no Diana, but here's Barbra Streisand." Mr. Anderson responded, "She, Barbra, has basically admitted that there was a thing between them in recent years. They've got together at the Bel Air Hotel secretly, to have tea was the official explanation when they were found out. Then Elton John shows up at Highgrove and oh wait, there she is curled up on the couch, Barbra Streisand. He was very surprised and shocked. There was something going on." Both Charles and Barbra have spoken about their relationship publicly in recent years, but neither has explicitly admitted to being involved romantically. Read more. Buckingham Palace releases new picture as Charles handed special role. His father also held. Charles secretly met up with singer and actress Barbra Streisand. Image, Getty Images. Charles and Barbra shared a close relationship. Image, Getty. Charles poised to pull rug from under Harry and Andrew with rule change. The two former working royals could be stopped from being involved in matters of state, according to a royal expert. Proposals are currently under consideration and could arrive in the House of Commons in a matter of weeks. What rule could the king change? Find out here. In 2021, the singer was a guest on Lorraine and spoke about her and the royals' initial meeting, explaining, "He asked to meet me. So he came to the recording studio. I offered him a sip of tea and I thought they didn't have to test me for poison or something. No." Earlier, Charles had reflected on their first interaction on the radio program Music and Memories with HRH, the Prince of Wales. He used the story to introduce the song, "Don't Rain on My Parade," which Barbra sang in Funny Girl. He said, "When I heard that Barbra was currently making the film Funny Lady, a sequel to Funny Girl, in the Warner Brothers studios, I was lucky enough to visit the set and to meet her there. I shall never forget her dazzling, effervescent talent and the unique vitality and attraction of her voice and her acting ability. This next song, Don't Rain on My Parade, is therefore full of special memories of, I hardly dare think of it now, 47 years ago." Barbra Streisand in Funny Girl. Image, Getty. Trending a friendship did blossom between the pair, as the singer noted, "We became friends. And I loved spending some time at Highgrove for a weekend fundraiser and going through his gardens." She went on to recall an amusing interaction between herself and the prince during a visit to London. At her hotel, Barbra walked by the room of her assistant at the time and noticed an odd floral arrangement. "I walked by the assistant's room and I saw this bouquet of flowers and I said, 'Who sent me that?' And she said, 'A fan called Charles.' And I said, 'Really? Let me see the note.' And there was Charles' seal." Don't miss Prince William and Kate upset with Mike Tindall's I Am a Celeb stint. Expert, Mike Tindall's budgie smugglers spark frenzy with I Am a Celeb fans. Pics, Queen made special request to ban cameras during Anne's wedding. Report, Charles is known to be a keen gardener and Highgrove's gardens are infamous. Image, Getty. Barbra had noticed the flowers because they were from the royal gardens rather than a florist. She noted, "They were from his gardens and it's a different look, the flowers, when they're garden flowers. She just mistook it for a fan," Barbra said. "It was so funny, I thought, that's Prince Charles." According to Mr. Anderson, Charles's crush on the Hollywood actress was relatively well known. While studying at Cambridge University in the late 60s, the young prince supposedly became obsessed with Barbra and said she was his only pin-up. Charles spent his days playing the singer's albums, his personal favorite being the soundtrack from Funny Girl. The royal once wrote, "People look at me in amazement when I say she is devastatingly attractive with a great deal of sex appeal." Charles allegedly became obsessed with the singer while at university. Image, Getty. In his upcoming book, Mr. Anderson claims that the monarch saw Funny Girl 3 times. According to a report published by the Daily Mirror, the biographer wrote, "A framed photograph of Streisand hung in his rooms at Cambridge and went up on the wall of his bedroom at Buckingham Palace after graduation." In his 2018 book, Games of Crowns, Mr. Anderson alleged that Princess Diana's confidant Lady Elsa Boke said Charles became so close to the American star the princess would not have been surprised if they had an affair. Speaking to Ms. Schofield, he said, "It's not the first time that Charles had cheated on Camilla and Diana." However, Barbara has suggested that the relationship did not extend beyond a friendship. During her appearance on Lorraine, she said their relationship grew close before he met Diana, adding, "I had a very funny line on stage when he came to see the show. I said, you know, if I played my cards right, I could have wound up being the first Jewish princess. That was a joke." Pre-order The King, The Life of Charles III by Christopher Anderson here.